What's up, everybody? Welcome into another Big Man on Campus NBA preview video. We're back, Skee and I, for the Tuesday card. The Wednesday card. It's Wednesday, October 30th, 2019. Tomorrow is trick or treat night around the country. It's Halloween, but it's time, Skee, that we get some treats and put them in the Halloween bags tonight. Make a little money before Halloween. We got a Game 7 in the World Series tonight, but there's money to be made on the NBA court. Very short
You mean
card last
baseball's
night.
still going?
Yeah, no, good point. It is still going. It'll be over tonight. We got plenty of games to talk about in the NBA card. How you doing, Skee?
I'm doing well, big man. I'm ready to be breaking down these games and let's get some money.
We're 1-1 on our consensus play. The fucking Denver Nuggets just quit in the fourth quarter last night. That was ugly, wasn't it? They were playing really well. I mean, they were at one point in the third quarter, they went up double digits. I'm thinking, okay, perfect. Must have made some adjustments at half. Let's pull away now. And you know what was crazy? Porzingis and Doncic didn't even play well.
Right,
Fucking bench just
exactly.
played crazy well.
But he didn't. We talked about Denver's depth, but he didn't really share the minutes last night. It was just
No.
like majority of the starters.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, you can't win every game, but we'll get back after tonight. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoy the show. Please tell your friends, and we'll keep it going. We're here every day, 6:30 Eastern. Skee, let's get into it. We start up at the top. The Knicks headed on the road to take on the Orlando Magic. Magic laying 9.5. This number's been going up all day. Total here is 210.5. Skee, I have some real concerns tonight about the Knicks. Now, they've been a good underdog team. In fact, they're 3-1 against the spread so far this season. But, I don't love Orlando. I don't like their guards, but I really don't like the Knicks guard situation tonight. You look at no Dennis Smith. Who are you going to play at guard? I mean, Frank Ntilikina has not done anything this year, and I guess you're thinking you'll move Barrett to the 1 and he'll play guard. I mean, he said before he has no problem playing the point, but it really hurts your depth. What do they do tonight at guard? I don't know that I really see it. Did Magic look like a really sharp play? In fact, I know sharps are on the Magic. They've been betting it all day. I like the Knicks as a dog, but I have some concerns about their guard situation in this game.
I agree with you saying you like the Knicks as a dog. I
No, I
see
do
they don't
not
really have
like
a.
the Knicks as a dog.
Oh well,
I like the Magic.
I don't really like the Magic. I mean, I think it's too many points. I don't think the Magic are that good to like double digits, but maybe that number is there for a reason. As far as the guards, they don't really have a point guard for New York. I know
That's
ISO
what's
Zoe is great over there, but he's not really a point guard. I look at this game more from total perspective. Looking at pace, 13th and 19th, Orlando being 19th. Orlando's a better team here. They're going to want to play a little bit slower. Both teams' offense stinks. But Orlando can play defense. That's how they're going to win games. They're the second in defensive rating in the league. So I'm expecting them to win with defense. And one thing that stood out to me, the full game total is 210. The first half, I got 108.5. I think they can stay under that number for 24 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're onto something here with the total. I think, as I said, I think the guard situation tonight for the Knicks is going to be messy. And again, it's kind of like in the NFL. If you don't have a good offensive line, you're not going to score points. If you don't have a point guard or feasible guard situation, you're not going to score points. I think there's a lot of pressure on R.J. Barrett tonight to be good. Also, keep in mind, Skee, no Elfrid Payton for the Knicks. So they're really down to nobody at point guard, and they're basically making a 2 play point. So I don't like the situation for the Knicks, and in turn, I think that could be poor as far as their offense. And look, I've never really been a big DJ Augustine fan. I'm not really I don't like the guards that Orlando are trotting out there. And I think the bigs kind of cancel each other out here. I think you're onto something here, especially in the first half. I know the unders being bet here as well. So I'm kind of in agreement with you. I think this is a game. Wouldn't be surprising if no one hits 100 here. I think you're onto something with the high total in the first half. 108 seems a bit high. Maybe like a 51-47, something like that. I could see that here, especially when these guards maybe struggle early on. All right, next one. Sixers headed on the road to take on the Timberwolves. Sixers 7.5, total 221. 2 3-0 teams here, Skee. Raise your hand. Which one's more surprising? It's definitely the Timberwolves, isn't it? I don't think any of us thought that they would be 3-0. But let's be real. Who have they really played? To be really honest, this is definitely a step-up game, and I think a big reckoning day for the Timberwolves. You got to wonder how Jeff Teague deals with the length of the Sixers. Turnovers, though, have been a big problem for the Sixers. And again, this was a problem last year. This has been a problem under Brett Brown. Turnovers continue to haunt the Philadelphia 76ers. Looks like the public's on the T-Wolves here. Anthony Towns, I think, is going to have as much success as he has. I kind of like the Sixers here. I think they win by double digits. We've talked about the T-Wolves just not playing very good defensively to start the season. They've had an easy ride of it. It's not going to be easy tonight.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point. Who has Minnesota even really played yet? And Minnesota is a team that's not really great on the road. Much better home team than on the road. Sixers are great at home. I agree with you, big man. I think the numbers, I mean, it went down from 7.5 to 7, and I'm just looking like, why? I think it's a double-digit blowout win. The way I look at this game, Minnesota, I mean, to say they don't really play defense, their defensive rating is 11th, but I guess that goes to say who have they played. As far as pace, 11th and 8th, they both want to play fast. The way I see this game going, the Sixers are going to play defense, force Minnesota into turnovers. They're going to want to get out and run because that's how Philadelphia gets those easy baskets. That's how they're going to pull away, and it's going to be a double-digit win.
Yeah, Sixers haven't really had that yet this year. I want to say in the first game, I think they ended up pulling away and winning. But, the Sixers have played close games. I'll tell you what, if you have the Timberwolves right now, I'd be concerned with that move down. That does not make any sense. Sixers are a public team. If you have Minnesota, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably going to lose. That's a big red flag if you're betting NBA. And you have a team like the Sixers. They're looking like they're in a good spot. We're kind of buying into them, saying, well, they're going to just shut down. We have to remember, guys, this is important to remember. This is not a great offensive team, the Sixers. They just aren't. I mean, without Joel Embiid, they're just not. I mean, he's going to be in there tonight, but it's going to be a battle. They're going to have to find a way. It's definitely a concern. Look, if it stays at 7.5 and maybe moves to 8, you're feeling good about it. It's probably going to be a double-digit win, but that's definitely concerning if you have the Sixers. Bulls headed on the road to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Bulls 1.5 or 2-point favorites, total 218.5. Here's the thing about the Bulls, Skee. They suck defensively. Their point guard situation has been a mess. Satoransky has not played well so far. Chris Dunn, I don't know if he's a long-term answer either. He wasn't last year. I don't know why people think he is this year. Dellavedova's back for the Cavs. I'll tell you who's played really well this year, Skee, is Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love. They have looked really good for Cleveland. For whatever reason, people are enamored by the Bulls. I'm not really sure I see why. I think Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love just show the young boys for Chicago a little bit of veteran presence tonight. I like Cleveland here. I think they win this game.
You know what, big man? I've been saying it for quite some time. I agree with you. Chicago doesn't have any business laying points on the road to anybody.
They stink.
Like, I don't know why people continue to go out and bet Chicago laying points on the road. I just don't understand. And the way I look at this game, I mean, Coach Beeline, he's going to preach defense, right? The pace for both of these teams, 18th, 23rd, both offenses suck. Defenses are middle of the pack. So I'm going to lean on less points in this game. Also, Wendell Carter Jr., he has like something wrong with his eye, and he has like a sprained right thumb. So he might not even play. He will play. I see it right here. He will play, but sprained left thumb, eye inflammation. I mean, I don't know. I like less points in this game. I like the under.
Keep in mind, Skee, teams receiving 30% or less of bets, especially early on in the season, have been a good bet. So, look, for whatever reason, I mean, the Cavs are just kind of undervalued, I think. I think defensively they're a lot better than people think. I think offensively their guards are solid. And, look, I think they bought into John Beeline. I think it's just that simple. I'll gladly take the 2 here and take Cleveland. Hey, by the way, where's that guy last night that said the Suns wouldn't score 90? Or who did he say wouldn't score 90 points? Where's that guy at? I haven't seen him today. I'm sure we won't see him again. Again, good call by him and the Lakers, but Memphis was able to get to 90, which was a wild choice by him. Skee, Raptors headed on the road. Actually, sorry, they're at home here against Detroit. Raptors laying 9, total 213.5. You wonder when Toronto's going to step up. They've been real solid to start the season here. I don't love much about Detroit really without Blake Griffin. I didn't have much in this game. You like anything here?
No, this is one we can pass. I don't have a great feel on this game either.
Good. Yeah, it's a tough game. Just the Raptors have played well, but that's all I have. All right, there he is, Richard Claus. Well, good you stepped up. Glad to see you in here. Didn't they score 91? Yeah, well, they scored 91. That's the point, Calvin. I don't know if you're good with math, but Skee, isn't 91 higher than 90? Maybe I'm wrong, but all I'm saying is it's a stupid thing to say. It's the new age NBA. Teams aren't not scoring 90 points. So yeah, Calvin, maybe you should go back to remedial math. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Who cares if they barely got 90? They got 90. They got 91. What's that matter? All right, Skee, let's move on to the next game. There's another game that I don't really understand. We talked about the Bulls, Skee, laying points in the road. Here's the Brooklyn Nets laying points. Skee, I don't know if you know this, but do you know what Brooklyn is against the spread as a favorite this year?
I guess not good.
0-3. Have not covered this year. They're also giving up, Skee, the Nets, 123 points a game. It's not good enough. It just isn't.
Well, they score a lot of points as well.
True. And the Pacers don't. The big question, Skee, in the papers this week in Indiana, as far as some of the writers, is does Indiana need to switch up this rotation? Jeremy Lamb's back. I think you keep him as a sixth man. Edmund Sumner's actually played pretty well for them. You got to get the basketball to your scorers. Get it to Sabonis. Let Miles Turner have touches. Look, the truth of the matter is, though, without Oladipo, this team isn't going to be particularly good until he comes back. But I have no interest in laying points with the Nets. I just don't. They seem to make every game close. Defensively, they stink. I think the pace will be where the Nets want it. Pacers, I think, get back to where they should. Over kind of looks like a good play here as well. But I'm not laying points to the Nets, Skee.
I mean, 3 points is like just basically they're at home, right? And I kind of feel like I don't want to lay points with, or you're not laying points, but I don't want to back Indiana on the road ever. They're just not a good road team. They haven't been good this year. And I mean, I have no reason to back Indiana myself. I don't see it from that side. As far as the stuff I look at, offensive rating, defensive rating, rebound percentage, Brooklyn wins every single category. Brooklyn likes to play fast. My bad, y'all. I'm in a place that's not the usual.
No, it's all good, Skee. Take your time. Do what you got to do. Skee's got some. I think he's having some issues with his. I know the electric's out and stuff, so he's got to record certain places, which we're fine with. Skee, take your time there. I actually want to tell you guys about something that I'm going to make you aware of. Listen, guys. I know many of you are always looking for another sports book to bet with. And it's important to have variety. It's important to have different books for different lines. I got one for you right now. I've always had a lot of success betting offshore when I do so with MyBookie. Go check out MyBookie now. Plenty of great offers. In fact, they have one real good one for new customers. You sign up today with MyBookie, you get yourself 100% deposit bonus. If you put $200 up, they're going to give you $200. Keep in mind, rollover requirements do apply. Make sure you read the fine print. But by listening to this show, I'm going to give you a promo code. If you go put my promo code in, not only do you get yourself a bonus, but you support Big Men on Campus. We got to take care of some of these guests here. We got to pay them for what they're doing. We got to give them parts of what we're doing. And you're supporting us. Go support me. Go support the show. And go help yourself out. Get yourself another book. Use MyBookie. Use promo code BMOC, all one, no spaces. Use capitalized, doesn't matter. Just use BMOC. Get yourself a deposit bonus now. Get involved with MyBookie. You can bet on anything you want. They got all sorts of great, UFC and soccer and football and basketball, all sorts of stuff. Go use it now. Promo code MyBookie. Use mybookie.com. Promo code BMOC. Skee, you good to go here, pal?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I see Jux, BSG, Skee got dial up. It's called an office and a house phone. I know a lot of people don't have house phones anymore, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Skee's and Skee, we definitely know you're dealing with some issues with, the fires out there, and they turn your electric off, which is bullshit. So everyone give cut Skee a fucking break, all right? Skee, let's get back here. A couple more games. We go down to Milwaukee and Boston. This is a big game. Skee, Milwaukee's not looked very good defensively. They don't look like the same team they were last year. Boston, it seems like they're getting the pace up a little bit. I got a feeling Giannis is going to have a big game here. Who the hell's playing center for Boston? I don't need to go much into depth with this one. I like the over. I will also say this is important to talk about. Brad Stevens has been a very good underdog coach. You look at it in the regular season as an underdog. Brad Stevens, 108 and 86 in his career, good for a 56% win percentage. If you've bet on Brad Stevens as an underdog every single game in the regular season that he's been there, $100 better's up almost $1,700. So he's been a good back at home or as a dog. I'm sorry. What do you like here? Any thoughts?
I agree with you that Milwaukee hasn't been playing much defense, and the coach for Boston, Stevens, he's a great coach. I think if you like Boston, you like the under. If you like Milwaukee, you like the over. Um, I don't know if you want to look at it like this, but it kind of can be a revenge game for Boston, but I think it's a little bit too early. As far as what I look at offensive rating, defensive rating, rebound percentage, Milwaukee wins 2 out of 3. Milwaukee was fine on the road last year. Um, I don't see why they wouldn't be fine here, but at the same time, I think the market is like, how do I say? They're not valuing Boston enough. They're just thinking Boston is like way below a lower
They're
tier than they were
undervalued.
last year, and I'm not ready to say that.
Yeah, keep in mind no Jalen Brown for the Celtics. As far as what I'm seeing here, I think that almost helps the over though. He's a pretty good defender. Is Cantor playing? No, Cantor's out. So Skee, what are you
Wait,
leaning
no
in this
Jalen
game?
Brown?
That's what I'm
I
seeing.
didn't, I didn't, I didn't catch that. If no Jalen Brown, I mean, it's kind of almost really hard to see.
You
I
don't
mean,
like it
Jalen
then?
Brown rolled out. I like Milwaukee then. If no Jalen Brown,
Yeah, all due respect, Richard. Like you keep mentioning Taco Fall. I love Taco Fall. I loved him at UCF. I was probably his biggest fan, and I've watched him since he was a freshman. But look, to be honest, I mean, he's not really ready to be an NBA player. So I'm not really worried about Taco Fall tonight. Um, Molecular Ninja, thanks for watching. Thank you for the compliment. NF Flynn, appreciate it. All of you guys watching, appreciate it. Skee, let's move on here. Houston, Washington. This is an interesting game. Houston laying 8, total 234. Skee, Houston 0-3 against the spread. They're not covering, mainly because, as usual, they're not good defensively. Washington's been gutsy, 3-0 against the number. They're hanging around. You got some first, though, Skee. First road game for Houston, first home game for Washington. I've talked before, Skee, and this is something I learned when I was just getting into sports betting. When I was a young lad, I'm talking about middle school, I had somebody tell me, an old head, don't, and I mean this, don't bet a young team in their first home game after a long road trip. You know why, Skee?
why?
Think about when you go on vacation and come home. A lot of bullshit going on. You got to make sure your house is all right. You got to worry about your wife. You got to worry about your kids. You got to worry about the side piece you're taking out and you're buying her shoes. You got to worry about everybody. You got to worry about your dog. Make sure he gets home all right. You got to worry about everything. You got to pick up your laundry. All sorts of stuff going on in a young player's life. Now, this is a young team that's been overvalued. They're kind of overachieving. Let's be honest. Oh, isn't Washington overachieving? First home game,
I'm not gonna.
maybe they hang around
I'm not gonna
early.
say they're
I
overachieving.
think Houston rolls here. I think they roll.
You think they roll? I mean,
Yes.
I don't see. I'm trying to see really quick one thing for Washington, but what's their straight up record? Oh, 1-2. Yeah, I don't think they're overvalued because they're not winning.
No, I'm not
And
saying they're
Houston,
overvalued. I meant they're playing outside of where we think they are. They're kind of overvalued was the wrong word. I got my words mixed up. They've overachieved more or less
okay, okay.
because they are hanging in games. Ski. They're 3-0 against the spread. They're hanging in games. And this number's not moved at all. I think there's just no one betting it. I think the Rockets get right here. I do.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm one of the people betting it, and I like Washington.
All right.
I don't think Houston should be favored on the road by 8 points. I mean, they haven't even been good. Why are we expecting them to win by double digits now?
No, they're not good.
It's
They're
not
not.
this. I mean,
They're not good defensively.
you said already they don't play defense. Defensive rating is 24th. That's not new. Last year they could at least make a 3-pointer. They're 27th in the league in 3-point percentage this year. I mean, what is there
Right,
really to
but
like from Houston? They
right, but
haven't shown anything yet.
right, but here's what I do like about Houston. They score 118 points a game. They've been very good offensively. Washington can't score. I mean, they're scoring, I think 105 points a game. I know it's early. I think they've overachieved. I think this is, and again, Skee, you can look into this. The, the the coming home from a road trip, it's not a great spot. I don't think. But again, I get you. We're definitely in disagreement here. But here's the thing: I'll gladly side with a team that I know can score as against to a team I can't. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Washington puts up a fucking goose egg here and doesn't do much. I just don't think they're a very good basketball team. But you're right. I mean, Houston hasn't showed anything defensively. You're right.
Here's what I'll say. If Washington wins, they play slower. They play at the 20th pace in the league. Their defensive rating is 12th. So
Yeah,
you have one team that doesn't play defense, one team that does play defense, one
sure.
team on their home opener, one team trying to prove themselves on the
All
road.
about tempo. You're
I'll
right.
take I'll
I
take the
get it.
home team playing
I
the
get it.
defense.
Kyle Caps makes a great point. Houston's the West version of Brooklyn. That's true. I mean, he's totally right so far. Josh Ruiz, thanks for watching, man. Josh, new to the show. Glad you're enjoying it, Josh. Thanks for checking it out. All of you guys, thank you for watching us. This is why we do it. We got a lot of people in here. We thank all of you for checking out the show. And if you're watching the show after the fact, thank you. Skee, let's move on. Portland, Oklahoma City. Here's one thing I do know. I don't think it's been put out there yet. Steven Adams ain't playing in this game. You could bet your bottom dollar he's not playing
Yeah.
in this game.
All right.
This number just moved up to 2. I think it's pretty clear. I like Portland here. I actually like Portland before the news of no Adams, but I like it even more. I like Portland. We know their guards are better than really anyone in the league. They're always going to have that advantage. I don't trust the Thunder. I think they've overachieved as well. Start the season here. They don't have much outside of Adams. I think that's a concern tonight. And even if Adams plays, I like Whiteside. I think he's going to be better than people think defensively. Is Zach Collins back yet? That's actually one thing, though, that I do want to make sure of. Yeah, that hurts. They're definitely a team that's struggling down low. But without Adams, I don't think it's as bad. I'll grab Portland here.
And I'll say, without Adams, I was thinking this earlier. Without Adams, I can't back OKC. But with
No.
Adams, I did like OKC in this game. So there you go. Adams is not there. Thunder have hung their head on defense. That's a big blow to their defense. It is the last of a 4-game road trip for Portland. That's the only thing. But as of now, I'm going to stay off the game just because I was looking to bet OKC if Adams was in.
Yeah, one thing, Skee, about the Thunder. I generally like these spots to back a team like the Thunder when their best player's normally out, but they're just really bad, I think, without him. I think he's kind of the backbone of that group. I like the guard play, though, for them. I like Chris Paul a lot, obviously. Gilgeous Alexander's playing well. Dennis Schroeder's a good backup. What do you think about the over here, Skee? Any thoughts on that? Portland finds ways to – I mean, the other night, that game should have flew over with the way Portland was scoring early on. I kind of like the over here for some reason. I think both these defenses have shown maybe they're good defensively, but I'm kind of looking through it. I don't necessarily see that they're that great defensively.
Without Steven Adams there to protect the basket, I would lean towards more points, yes.
Yeah, a lot of guard, and we know Lillard and McCollum are terrific. All right, let's move on. Thanks everybody. A couple good comments here. A lot of good comments. Guys, we hate to not include everybody's comment, but Skee and I are on a little bit of a time crunch here. We're trying to get this done by 7. We both have places to go and people to see, but we need to be on here to do the show. We got 3 more to do, Skee. Charlotte, Sacramento. Listen, I'm going to come out right out and say it. Sacramento might be my favorite play of the day. Look, I know they're 0-4. I get that. Keep in mind, though, they played the Suns, Portland, Utah, Denver. 3 out of those 4 teams are playoff teams. They're high-end playoff teams. Charlotte is, I just think, a little bit of a mess. I think from a fast break perspective, they love to go quick, but they don't necessarily have the players to do it. There should be points in this game, but I think the Kings get right here. I think it's a get-right game. Buddy Hield's not shot the ball well recently. I think he does tonight. I think Sacramento wins by double digits here. Do you have any thoughts? I like the over, too.
I don't love this game at all, and I'm not ready to ask Sacramento to win by 8 without a Bagley. And like you said, I expect points. Neither team plays really good defense. Charlotte, their pace is about middle of the pack. Sacramento's pace is lower, but De'Aaron Fox was banged up one game. Buddy Hield was banged up a game. So in this game here, I don't see really anybody playing defense. So I would lean more towards the total going over.
Yeah, no, I mean, both these teams are towards the bottom in defensive efficiency. I think with the smaller lineup that I think the Kings have to play with, I think to get the tempo going a little bit higher. Yeah, I like the over here as well. I have not put out anything, but I definitely like this game. You hope Buddy will have a big game, not you think. Settle down, Swift Money. Don't put words in my mouth, okay? Just listen to the show, pal, okay? PJ Washington, Rookie of the Year. Settle down, Caps. No, he's playing well so far. I'll give him that. One other thing, Ski. Perfect Rotation's asking, can I borrow that Puma jacket? Well, no, you can't borrow it. Even though I have about 6 Puma tracksuits. You know, Ski, I'm a big tracksuit guy, as you know. And you know what they say about tracksuits? Tell you what they say about tracksuits. When someone with a tracksuit walks in a room, you know what people say? Who's that guy? Because only certain people can wear tracksuits. All right, 2 more games. 2 more games here.
Really quick.
Yep.
The only thing I feel like we've agreed on, I mean, we agreed on a couple
stuff.
Before this game starts, is Philadelphia our consensus or no?
No.
Okay.
Not with that line moved down. I can't bet that. No. Right. I'll tell you what, I think the consensus has to be Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland looks good, man. I like the way that team's playing. And I like Tristan Thompson. You know what, Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love, this might be their best team. You know, I'll tell you why. I'm not saying the best team overall, but I think this is their best roles. They're the veterans of this young team. And I think they're playing pretty well. Cleveland should be consensus. Cleveland +2, Ski.
You know, I hate to not bet my consensus, but I do agree.
Yeah.
I hate to be on the total and the side in this game, though.
Listen, this shows about what you and I put our heads together with and like the most. And I like Cleveland.
I agree.
Fuck Chicago, man. All right, 2 more games here. I don't have much in these 2. Clippers, Utah. I'm not betting this game. No Kawhi Leonard. The line's moved considerably. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you if you're sharp. This is how you know you're sharp. If you bet Utah at under 3, you're a sharp. You're fucking good at this.
Bro, tell me why. I'm looking at it last night and my power goes off.
Listen, I'm in the same boat. And this is how we know you and I are good at this. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Because when I saw this line, I said, something's going on in that game. You've got to foreshadow. We cannot be small-minded when we're betting this shit, guys. You have to see something. The Utah Jazz should not be a favorite against the fucking Clippers. It's that simple. Something was going on in this game. Kawhi's reported out. I'll tell you, though, I'm half tempted to take the Clippers +6.
Hey, me too. As much as I liked the Jazz yesterday, it kind of makes sense to take the Clippers now.
Yeah, fuck the Jazz, man. They can't score. I know they're good defensively, but listen, hear me out. Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, and Shamet, I like that group. Mo Harkless has actually played pretty well. I like what I've seen out of Patrick Peterson. Zubac. Listen, you know what? I might be on the Clippers tonight. I might take this tonight. I might get involved here. If this gets to 7, I'm in.
No Kawhi means less defense. It also means less points. But with the lineup that you said, they're going to play faster. The pace is going to be faster. And it's going to be less defense on the court. Maybe Jazz can get that offense right today. Maybe we see points.
I don't know, but one thing we do know is if this goes to 7, I'm biting. We have till 10. We have a long way to go. I'll tell you right now, guys, outside of kind of just agreeing with Skee, I have nothing like that I love yet. I like Cleveland. I don't love it. And I don't bet a ton of money on games that I don't love. So most of my plays are going to be later. Calvin Blair's is Clippers money line. Listen, this is the exact situations I look for in the NBA, Skee. Teams that shouldn't be 6-point favorite. Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't think the Jazz, even without, I don't think they're 6 points better. I just don't. Maybe I'm nuts, but all right, one more. Phoenix, Golden State. Skee, is Phoenix overachieved? Of course they have, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And,
Everybody's high on Phoenix now. I'm not sold.
and has Golden State underachieved? Yes.
Yep.
One thing I do know is both these teams can't fucking defend. It's that simple. Points, points, points. I think this is the highest scoring game of the day. I think Phoenix is, you know what? Devin Booker, fucking D'Angelo Russell, Steph Curry, Willie Cauley-Stein against a team that he's played before, obviously up in Sacramento. I like the over here.
Hey, I agree, big man. And I went back and forth a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why I did. All of the points you said, they're valid for the over. Pace, 14th and 6th. Offensive rating, 11th and 9th. Um, Defense, Phoenix defensive rating is 8th. We'll see how long that lasts. Golden State defensive rating is 30th. Now I'll say, getting Willie Cauley-Stein back, this is where it holds me up. That's a little bit more defense for Golden State.
No,
He's
stop
gonna
it.
protect the paint.
Skee, defense is a mindset. It's a team mindset. You can't just have one guy that likes to play defense. And how much is he going to play tonight? First game back.
Kevon Looney and him down there, I think it's
No.
better than not. But I do agree.
But Phoenix is a guard-oriented team.
Yeah. And I don't see anybody stopping Devin Booker. I don't see anybody stopping Steph Curry. I don't see anybody stopping D'Angelo Russell.
Points.
I hear you, man. That makes sense to me. If I look at the spread, though.
This seems like a 125, 123 type of game.
Think so?
Yes.
Think it's that close, huh? Phoenix is going to keep up?
Yeah, because I think Golden State's that bad defensively. Like, they're bad, man. They play a defense that, like, nobody else does. They don't play any.
Yeah, they don't have any defenders. Just looking at the roster, you've never known Steph Curry or D'Angelo Russell only Draymond Green, really. I hear you, man. I like it. I agree.
Yeah, I just know one thing about both these teams. I don't really know what to do with them sidewise. But I'm annoyed that I didn't take the Warriors the other night. I knew they were the right play. I knew they were going to get right in that game against who did they play? I think Washington. Was it Washington? Charlotte? Whoever. All right, Skee. Our consensus.
Pelicans.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Pelicans. Our consensus. You and I are going to go with Cleveland +2. No, that's not a consensus.
No.
Why?
That game started already or is about to start for one. You said you like it. You don't love it. Yeah, I don't want to bet Cleveland and the total. I think we like Golden State over more than we like Cleveland.
Yeah. And again, guys, I want to make this clear. If you're watching this show, Skee and I go over every game. We kind of spitball ideas. Most people are saying, big man, why don't you just bet games you like? Because, Skee, you know how I bet NBA? It's not that easy, okay? Like, I need to know. I'm telling you, I'm actually getting closer and closer to like fucking banging on the Clippers tonight. Because, listen, people overvalue players. Kawhi Leonard is not worth like 7 points like they're valuing him. He's not. No player in the NBA is worth that.
You got to read the lines and read all this stuff. Looking at these numbers right now, last second, it looks like they're backing up the Cleveland.
Skee, it didn't start yet. We've already talked about it. Cleveland.
Go ahead.
Cleveland consensus. What do we got on the line here? We're getting 2? Bingo. Perfect. 2 right now. At my bookie, we're doing it. Cleveland +2. That is the consensus, motherfuckers. If you don't agree, don't fucking bet it. All right. Let's move. Artez is telling us that LeBron James is on the Cavs. Thank you, Artez. None of us knew that. Appreciate you letting us know that. Did you know that, Skee?
I definitely did not.
You didn't know that's I didn't know that he was on the Cavs either. All right, we're out of here. We got to go. Skee's got to jump out. What are you at work, Skee? You're at work, aren't you?
Yeah, at work,
You
yeah. And I will
you
say, I don't like to give out plays I don't bet, so I'm betting Cleveland too.
good. All right, I'm gonna go down quickly what I like. I like the Cavs. I like the uh, Rockets. I like Portland, and I like the Kings, and I like the over in that Warrior game. But I only bet one play a day generally, and you guys will have to wait for that till later because it's gonna be a late game. I'm having a good night. Hope you have a good night too. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy this show. Hope you get some info that maybe you didn't see somewhere else. Skee, we got 430 people in here. Thank you for watching. By the way, I only have 4,000 subscribers. I know other channels have way more, and they don't get 430 people in their shows. Skee, you're the man. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
No problem. One disclaimer: I like to keep
Yes.
everything transparent. I bet Cleveland, win or lose, it's not going to count on my record. It's too late for me to send it to anybody or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
no, fair enough. And again, Skee, if you want Skee's plays, go check him out on Wager Talk. He's the best NBA handicap, one of the best NBA cappers I know. That's why he's on this show. You think I'm bringing anybody on this show? No, I bring on the best. Skee Profit's my guy. The energy is palpable, Skee. We got to go. Nationals are going to win tonight. They're going to beat the Astros. Fuck Houston. Fuck everything they stand for. Go Nationals. I'm out of here. Skee, have a good night. See you, man.
you too. Later, y'all.